Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile one, I have a message for you. And today's reading goes into a certain situation that you are not at peace with now or in peace with now. So I'm going to look into what that situation is, and then I'm going to go into guidance and advice to navigate you through to find peace in this situation. So pile one, what came out for you? I took already some cards and some runes, and the main card that came out for you is the Fool. The Fool is the card number 0 from the tarot, and this is about new beginnings. And also I pulled a number, and the number that came out for you is number 9. And also the number 1 wanted to show itself. So this is about new beginnings, but it feels like you are not in peace yet with fully stepping into a new beginning, because there is still a need for completion of a certain cycle. There is an energy also with your reading, or in your reading, that feels like the flow of life. What goes up also has to go down, and what goes down will also go up. It's like this, the flow of life, the wave of life, the ebb and flow of the ocean. It's like new beginnings and endings, new beginnings and endings. Every ending is a new beginning, but there is also a lot of value in completing a cycle completely. So to fully embrace also the end and the completion of a certain cycle before you step into a new one. So there is this, especially in number 9, in this phase of completion, there is an invitation in that phase to reflect, to look back on the phase that is ending, and to really embrace everything you learned in that phase, and to fully integrate that, to reflect on that, and to be grateful for everything that happened, and also to bring that to a beautiful ending. So for some also, I feel like it might be a good idea to do a certain ritual. Um, what pops up here is to, for example, make a fire and write down everything that you gained from this last phase. So you write everything down, and then you write down what are you grateful for, what do you want to let go of, and what do you want to take with you into this new phase. So you write it all down, and also it's a beautiful moment of reflection with yourself. It's a moment of self-care and self-love. So you write everything down, and then you throw that in the fire. Just symbolic. It doesn't have to be that, but it's also throwing something in the ocean, or just whatever resonates with you. Some kind of ritual, I feel here, might be helpful for you to really end this. Because there are some different scenarios that are coming through here. It still is a collective reading. But I do feel for some this is about a relationship. And I also feel that if this is about a relationship, that there is jealousy still lingering. This is not for all. But if you feel spoken to about this jealousy, there is nothing wrong with that. It's not something that you need to judge. It's just about seeing where it comes from, and being there for yourself, um, holding that loving, caring space for yourself, understanding where the jealousy comes from, and then make a decision to do your utmost best to act in a different way. So there is something there also with this ritual. Maybe you can also put that in. What do I want to release? And what do I want to take with me? For example, with the jealousy, if you say I want to release the fact that I don't trust other people within a certain relationship, and I want to take with me trust or distrust and trust, whatever resonates with you. But it really feels like I have to give you this message of wherever you are now, you are in the end state of a cycle. It's the end of a cycle. And there is an invitation here to end this in beauty, in grace. And then from there move into your new beginning. Because the reading is also the reading is about how can I find peace in this situation. So it's also possible for some that if this is about a certain relationship, that somebody else is already entering your life, but that you are not fully in peace with that. Or that you are ending a relationship, but you are not fully in peace with the ending of that relationship. So there is something here, like I say, this ritual really keeps on coming through, and there is this really earthy, natural vibe that is here. I feel the ocean, I feel mountains, but mainly because of the movement. If you look at a mountain or if you look at a pyramid is also coming through. There's something with Egypt also for some. But it's this movement, it goes up and then it goes down, like the mountains. But then it goes up again also, and then it goes down again. So it's this, also the river, the natural flow of the river, river that meanders, it's the ocean that comes and goes. It has this flow, this cycle of life, and it's about um, what is the word? Synchronizing yourself with that flow, with however it comes, to synchronize yourself with the natural flow that is there, because a new beginning it's aching here for you, but you are not at peace with it yet, because that there is this, I need to end this phase in grace where I am now. I have to make proper space for this new beginning to enter in. And to make space it's the same as releasing, letting go. Forgive, release, let go, surrender. I keep on saying that, but it's such a powerful ritual also. It's also kind of a ritual. Forgive, release, let go, surrender, and refill with what you want to experience. So I will go now into some tarot to see what guidance and advice is being given here. Ah, there is something else here. There is we have two runes that came out for you, Ansus and Fehu. And I will show them to you. They look very similar also, and they came out like this. And also here, again, this, what really jumps out with me here is the movement. Again, this. And then also with the mountains, there is this flow that is important for you, to synchronize yourself with the flow of life. And Fehu Ansus, first Ansus, because when I was shuffling your cards, I was preparing your cards for the reading, and I was shuffling your cards, and a lot of cards wanted to jump out. So Ansus is the messenger room. And it's important also in this time to be very aware of all the messages, all the signs, all the synchronicities that are around you. There is also something in here for some to be very aware when you meet people that seem like, not only with meeting people, but when things happen that seem like coincidences. Coincidences doesn't exist. And there is something here for you to be very aware when you encounter certain people, certain situations that feel like, wow, that's kind of a coincidence, but there is a big message in there for you. So there is also something there to be aware of chance encounters, certain things that people say. There is also a message in there to don't judge people by the way they look. Because if somebody says something to you now, in this time, when you see this reading, after when you see this reading, if someone says something to you or something triggers you, there is a big message for you in there. And this is also, because it comes through in this reading, this is related to this ending this cycle in style, in grace, to close that book in grace, and also with its highest potential, because we can go through a certain cycle, and there are a lot of opportunities in a certain cycle. There are a lot of gems in there for us, but it's up to us if we do something with it or not. So also according to people and situations that show up now and that bring you certain messages, not only people and situations, any signs that you get, be very aware, because there are a lot of there is a lot of meaning for you in there, and again related to ending this cycle, so you can step peacefully into this new beginning. And Fehu also came out, and Fehu speaks about, it's the rune of possessions, of nourishment. And what I feel in here for you is that it's for sure it's important to nourish yourself, to take care of your health also, but it's more in a sense of taking care of your spiritual journey now, again this ending this cycle. So to nourish your spiritual journey in this moment by ending this in grace. Feu also brings the message of whatever you gain, whatever comes to you, whatever blessings come to you, to be aware to share that. And it feels important for some to share that also. And this also, what comes through now is this giving and receiving, and it's again this flow that is there with you, this natural flow of life. It might be helpful for some to be at the ocean now, to be in the mountains, or to be at water, something that flows. Or maybe do a ritual there. Yeah, but also whatever you gain to share that. So if something comes to you, it's like this ebb and flow of the ocean. Something comes to you, and then you also give again. This natural flow. Okay, my beautiful pile one. I'm gonna go now into some tarot to go into further guidance for you according this. You have the star at the bottom of the deck, and this is a card that speaks of healing, and in a sense, it is what it is. You know, it is that is what it is. It's what I said. This spiritual journey that we are on, and then to completely end that in grace, it's also a form of healing. It's a way of becoming more whole within yourself. To take everything that a cycle gives you, to integrate that, and then to from that place, from an integrated place, step into a new cycle, step into a new beginning. So guidance and advice according to this situation. We have the Fool, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. I want to clarify these. The Fool, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. What comes through again here with the Seven of Swords immediately is this jealousy again. There is something in there for some. King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is the king that is mastered in the mind, in the thoughts. The star comes out again. The Fool, clarified by the star. The Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the World. So guidance and advice, extra guidance and advice according to this situation. How can you find a place of peace within this situation? To heal. The Fool and the Star, they came out again. The Fool was your main card. It's your new beginning, to heal that, to heal the past. It's also how they come out here. The Fool is looking to this side, and the Star is looking, the Star, she is looking to this side. So it's healing of the past, so you can fully step into your new beginning. And again, there is this movement that I feel with you. There is something very important here. We go here like that again. There is this flow that keeps on coming back with you. So it might be for some, if you hear some noises, it's my dog. For some, it might be helpful to also, if you like to meditate, if you like to connect, to use this movement. Okay. So what I said, for some, if you like to meditate, if you like to connect, to imagine something with that movement. You can also imagine the ocean if you are not able to be there. But there is also something, a message for some, to actually move your body in a certain movement that feels very natural, because it will release certain things that wants to be released. It will help you in this process of releasing emotions that are still there. So move that body for some. The Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. Let me tune into this. There is a lot coming through in your reading. Hmm. What I feel with this Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, it feels um, like you are confused. You are confused by certain. Okay. This might be a third party situation, and then I come back to this jealousy, because this jealousy with the Seven of Swords, it's there. This energy is there for some. Okay, so this is what comes through here. A third party situation which left you kind of confused. And then this jealousy that is there. But we are going here into guidance and advice, and what comes out on top of that is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, she masters her feelings. So I come back again to this ritual, to if you feel jealous, if you feel certain feelings towards other people or towards yourself that you normally judge as not being okay, there is really this invitation of holding yourself in a very loving, caring, safe space, and to understand from where these feelings come. To take very good care of yourself and to be very sweet and very compassionate, very understanding with yourself. To don't judge yourself. There is big guidance here. And this is, it keeps on coming back. So this also feels like it's a big thing for some to really end this cycle without releasing this. And there is also something in here, because we get presented with certain experiences through our walk of life. We get presented with certain experiences, and then we learn certain things. We get the knowledge of it. We get connected to the wisdom of a certain situation, the truth of a certain situation, and then it's also about putting that into practice. And we can choose in or how much we put that into practice. But as long as we didn't come to a complete point of healing according that lesson, it will keep on showing up. Everything we do, everything we work on it, it's done, but it will keep on showing up until we have complete peace with it. And the complete peace here is about forgiveness. It's about forgiving yourself, and it's about forgiving others. And when I speak about forgiveness, I always say this, it's not about approving certain behavior. It's coming to a place where we understand that people can only hurt when they are hurt inside. And it's about releasing ourselves from these dense feelings towards ourselves, towards other people, or towards ourselves. because whatever dense feelings are there within us, it's weighing on us, and it's our own responsibility to work with them, to deal with them. So forgiveness. Forgiveness, and be sweet and caring for yourself according to this. And then we have the Five of Pentacles and the World. And the World is so beautiful because we started with the Fool. And I also said, but the Nine also came out. And the Nine is this ending of a cycle, it's this completion. And also with the Tarot, we start with the Fool and we end with the World. This is the first card of the Tarot. This is the last card of the Tarot. So this is this full cycle. And in between there is this, we have the Star, so healing of this, whatever is there, this jealousy, toxic behavior. And then the Five of Pentacles is this card of feeling left out in the cold, mentality of lack, of poverty, of scarcity, not only according to money in all situations, and to come to a place of completion, to really end this cycle in style. In style, it's, we say it like that in my language. It maybe sounds weird if I translate that into English, but it's about really ending it in grace. Take out of that cycle anything you can take out of it, and come to a place of peace to step into this new beginning that is here for you. It's here already, but you are not in peace with it. So nature comes really through with you. Be aware of the messages. Be aware of chance encounters, things that seem like or feel like coincidences. Be very aware of that. If you can, go out into nature. Otherwise, connect, meditate on this natural flow of life, on nature, very earthy. And or for some, move this body. Move this body. And whatever comes to you, share it. This giving and receiving in a healthy, balanced way. So this is what I have for you. I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 2, I have a message for you. And today's reading goes into how can I find peace in this situation. So I'm going to look into a certain situation that you are not in peace with or at peace with. And then I will go into guidance and advice how to navigate through so you can come to a place of peace within yourself, within this situation. Pile 2. I pulled already some cards for you and I pulled some runes. And I really strongly feel that this reading is about a relationship that you had with someone or have with someone, and you got betrayed, or there were a lot of lies. You are in a state of disappointment and there is a lot of sadness. This comes through really strong. So if this is not your story, then this is not your reading. If it is, my dear pile 2, this feels quite heavy. I have to be honest. Like I say, there is a lot of heavy energy hanging here. And yeah, you've been in a situation, you are or you have been in a situation with someone, a love relationship or another relationship, and the lies, the betrayal come through very strong, and also the disappointment, the sadness, toxic behavior really, really comes through for you. And I'm sorry that you have to go through this. I'm really sorry you have to go through this. It's painful. I know it is. But, but, it's painful, but what I feel to say for some is you've been through worse. You've been through worse, and there is really an invitation here in this reading to pull yourself out of this emotion and try to look at it from a higher perspective. Because this situation, how painful it is, it's there is something in there for you to grow. There is wisdom in there, there is knowledge in there, there is potential for growth, there is also a sense here of whatever you do with this situation, however you handle this situation, will be of benefit, more than benefit. It will be of purpose for you and of benefit for others. How you deal with this situation, how you go through this situation. Because later in your life, on your path of life, on your walk of life, you will meet people within the same situation, and there is something in your energy about what you go through now is your purpose, or is a part of what is your purpose. So the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience you can gain in this process can provide you massive growth and can help others in the future. And the reason why I say this so de woord benadrukken. The reason why I say it like this is because there is something in yourself that knows this. But in this moment, you are very caught up in this situation, which I completely understand. But there is something inside of you that is also calling you to pull yourself out of the emotion of it, the heaviness of it, and to look at it with different eyes. There is also a big message here because we have 11, 11, 11, 3 times. It's tripled. And 11 is the number of, it's the number of new, of 1 is the number of new beginnings, 11 is a gateway, but it's also manifestation. So there is really a big message here for you to be aware where you put all this energy now, where you put all this energy and this focus, because this is also how we manifest. if our thoughts are caught up into something, if our thoughts are deeply caught up into something, if our feelings are deeply caught up into a certain situation, we are actually using everything to manifest. So there is really something in you, and I don't say there there should be place for grief. There should be place for healing. But there is also something, and it comes through very strongly. Like I say, 11, 11, 11, tripled, tripled. To just be careful also that you also put energy and attention in what you want to see. And this is something I keep on coming back to, this, the process of forgive, release, let go, surrender, and refill. So in the process of forgive, release, let go, surrender, this is this space we give, this parenting ourselves, this loving, caring space we hold for ourselves to allow the healing to happen. And then the process of refilling is also the focus on what you want to experience. And it comes through very strongly here. Again, there has to be space for this process to heal. But at least an equal amount of energy, your thoughts and your feelings. Your feelings are manifesting massively. So be aware to put at least the same amount of that into what you want to experience. Because it's this, when we are in this process, when something like this happens, it's normal we go into grief, we go into pain, we go into this process of why did this happen. But it's very important also to keep the balance between your feminine and masculine. Your feminine in this situation is the one that feels, and your masculine is also the one that says, okay, but now focus onto something else, so that we don't manifest more of this, and that you don't bring yourself down in this cycle. And also with this, looking at it from a higher perspective and understanding that the reason why you go through this is because it, not so much the reason why you go through this, but the fact that you go through this, the experience of going through this can be of service, of help to others. And this, if you really feel into that, it's a feeling that can really lift you up. It brings you, because also if we are in this feeling of why did this happen to me, it's kind of a victim mentality. And I don't judge it, really not, but we are in that moment feeling like a victim. And when we also in that moment can see like, okay, but this is part of my path, it's part of my purpose, it brings you into your warrior. It brings you into your strength. So in this moment, in this time when you go through this healing, also be aware to allow your masculine side to pull you out and to also focus on what you do want to experience. Again, I'm really sorry you have to go through this. Whatever is on our path, we can handle. Otherwise, it would not be on our path. We have all the tools available to deal with all situations that present itself. And you are not a victim. You are not. You are only a victim if you allow yourself to be a victim. Please don't take me wrong. It's just about I know how painful this can be. Truly, I know how painful this can be. But again, you are not a victim. You can handle this. And it will show you a lot. Discernment is coming up. It's coming up very strong also. There is something in here also for yourself to fully value yourself and to fully see yourself for what you truly are, and to also act on that, and to use your own discernment according to certain people that we go into a relationship with. Because any and all relationships that we step into, our intuition will always speak. When we, in the illusion of time, after a certain amount of time, end up in a place where we are being lied to, where we are being betrayed, 99.99% of the times, our intuition already spoke in the beginning of this relationship. And there is something in there for you. And again, I really don't want to say anything hurtful. I'm here to help, to just try to give you a different perspective on this situation. So I will go now into some tarot for guidance and advice. What also really comes through here is this sacred space for yourself, to hold this sacred space for yourself. And this is again this self-love and this self-care that really comes through, the importance of it. Sweat lodge. If this resonates with you, a sweat lodge might be very helpful for you now. To really go into the womb of Mother Earth. And I get the shivers while I speak, so it's, for some, this is really a strong message to go to do a sweat lodge, to connect with Mother Earth in the lodge, and to cry. I feel this. There is so much tears that need to come out. There is so much tears that want to come out. Maybe for some it's blocked. Maybe for some it's difficult to cry. If so, then this lodge, this might also be a message for you to go into a sweat lodge and to allow all this water to come out. One more here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is a card of mastery. So let's see. Guidance and advice according to this situation. How can you find peace within this situation? Wow. Wow. These are very beautiful cards. We have the Star, Death, the Nine of Cups, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. as guidance and advice. Okay, so what I read in here is take care of yourself, take care of your healing. Make sure that everything comes out what needs to come out according to this situation. Lead yourself into a process of transforming this. Transforming also meaning this going out of the, looking through the eyes of the victim or looking through the eyes of the warrior. Purpose. So transform this. Transform this. Focus on what you want to, wow, this is beautiful. Focus on what you want to experience and create your highest treasures. Create the treasures that you truly deserve. Very strong cards here. I want to pull some clarification with this, but this is, the message comes through so strong. Don't allow yourself to be pulled down by this. The deeper the pain, the stronger you are. And also the deeper the pain, the more empathic you are. The more your heart is, or the more your actions come from the right place. Mm. There is a sweetness in this reading also. And I get the shivers all the time. What I hear now is you came here for big things. You came here for big things. And I said this in the beginning, like the reason why I say this is because you know it. But maybe you are just not aware of it yet. The Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles again, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. The Star clarified by the Page of Wands. Listen to this call of healing. Listen to this call of healing and act on it. Cut out what needs to be cut out. Transformation. That clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Transform yourself into this. Transform your experience or shift your focus of the experience of yourself from lack into wealth. But in this situation, it's your value, your worth, your self-worth. Victim, warrior. Victim, purpose. This word is really, really important for you. You came here for great things. The Nine of Cups, clarified by the Eight of Wands. focus. Focus on what you want to experience and allow this to flow. Allow this to flow into your system, into your heart space also. Create. Again, this be aware, 11, 11, 11. And we have the magician here, you know. It's just the magician and the 9 of cups and the 10 of pentacles. This is like master manifester. And the fact that it came through already in the beginning is it came through, or it comes through so strong that be aware where you put your attention and where you put your focus. Be aware where you put your attention and your focus, and be conscious of the fact that you are creating with your feelings. So allow this heart, allow your feelings to be fulfilled with what you want to experience. The 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior that keeps on going, that never gives up. Yes, he or she is tired. Yes, he or she is exhausted, but they don't give up. They don't give up. They go until the end. So keep going, and keep on seeing yourself in your truth. Keep on seeing yourself in your value. Keep on seeing yourself from that higher perspective, understanding that you are walking your purpose through this situation. You are walking your purpose through the way you handle this situation, the way you handle these difficult emotions, these difficult feelings. Forgive, release, let go, surrender. Allow this to be there, hold space for it, and take as much time and energy, at least as much, equal, for what you want to experience. But how it comes through here, it's like master manifester, like you say. This is, just be aware where you put your focus and your attention now. Don't push this away. Again, I don't say that. Allow the space to be there because it needs releasing. But then and I see you have been working on this already. You have been working on this already. But keep on doing that. Keep on doing that. Keep on doing what you're doing. And if you forgot about that, or if you were not aware of it, you came here for great things. And you are capable of great things. Grand things. Masterful things. And again, the more difficult the situations we go through, the stronger we are. We can never compare a life or a situation in a life of someone with a situation in the life of someone else, because everybody walks their own path with their own talents, their own gifts, their own qualities. And if your path is heavy, it means that there is another side of it. It means you are also very strong, very strong. And I see that these cards are grand. So my dear pile 2, how to find peace in this situation? It's heal what needs to be healed. Cut out what needs to be cut out. Focus or be aware of this victimhood warrior purpose. Be aware of putting an equal amount of energy also in what you want to experience, preferably more. Know that you came here for great things. Be aware that you are manifesting with all the energy you put into a certain situation. And know that you came here for grand things. Sorry to repeat myself, but I'm gonna say it again. You came here for grand things. There is in this situation growth and possibilities that are important for your specific purpose. And for some, this sweat lodge, really, let these tears come out. Okay, pile 2. This is what I have for you. I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 3, I have a message for you. And the reading of today goes into how can I find peace in this situation. So I'm gonna look into a certain situation that you are not at peace with or not in peace with. And then I will go into guidance and advice to navigate you through so you can come to a place of peace within. So pile 3, I pulled some cards already and I pulled some runes, and what I feel for you here is there is a sense of something that is taking a very long time. So it feels like you are or for a very long time in a certain process, or it's something that you are waiting on, which is just, it feels like it takes ages. It's into infinity or something. Maybe this might be a past life situation, but there is this sense of going, and then it just doesn't end. And what I see also with this, what I feel and see here is this: it's like being in a tube, almost like a water splash in these water parks, like these water tubes that are completely closed. But it's in space, and it just keeps on going. And while it keeps going, at some moments it feels like something's gonna happen, but it just keeps on going. So there is really this sense of something that is taking a very long time, or something that is within you for a very long time already. For some, this might have to do with a certain friendship, a certain relationship with someone from the past, where certain things happened that, let me clarify that. I feel regret here. Something happened there. Let me first clarify this. An old friendship that Okay, for some this is about a choice you made in the past. Related to a friend, a relationship with someone with whom you had also a friendship relationship with. And it might be that you chose to walk away, but that you always regret that, or something happened there, and it's old, it's very old. Like I say, this can even be from past life, but there is this sense of, I wish I made a different choice. I wish I made a different choice. And in that same, there is also this waiting or expecting that something will be shown to you that proves you that you did make the right decision. So you can finally leave that behind. I hope that makes sense. It's a little bit, it's not completely clear here, but it feels like something like that. It's something from the past, for sure. From a long time already. It's you are carrying this for a very long time. And what mainly comes through, like I said, is something, a relationship with somebody else with whom you also had a friendship relationship with. And choices were made that you still carry regret from. And again, this, it's like you are expecting for something to be shown to you, for something to be illuminated to you, that you did make the right choice. And this is, if I feel into this situation, it's it's quite something to carry with you. It's a certain choice that you made, you or someone else. Choices were made, for sure. But then if there is no acceptance according to these choices, then yeah, it's a heavy backpack to carry with you wherever you go. So I feel you in there. I also feel a lot of analyzing about this situation, because it was a situation that was not easy. There were a lot of trials, a lot of errors, and I feel in your energy that you have overanalyzed this many, many times. All the steps, all the things that you, this communication with yourself, but maybe if I did this, or maybe if that, or maybe if he or she did or that, or maybe if this or that. So this is, of course, you are not in peace with this, which I fully understand. I don't know what is the specific situation. It's also collective reading, so I will not go into the specifics of this situation. But I will go now into guidance and advice on how to find peace with this. There is also something here about, because it's with you for such a long time already, it might be tricky in a way to finally find peace with that. But there is also a message here that it starts with just one step. And because if we look at the whole thing and the whole, time is an illusion, but like I say, this feels, it's a very long time in the illusion of time. So if we look at that, standing in front, it can seem very big, but it's just about taking this first step. And when we take the first step, we take the second. And when we take the second, we take the third. And it becomes a lot more easy. It becomes a lot more easy to deal with things that seem, because it's an illusion, that seem very big. It's also it has become a big part, what I said before, which is over analyzing. It has become a very big part of your life. This it's like an imaginary world that you created around this situation, which is always with you wherever you go. It's always with you. You always carry this backpack with you. And even though you also, or it seems like that you also gain some positivity from carrying this backpack, your soul also knows that the backpack has to be dropped, because you are not in peace with this, and there needs to be peace. It's time for peace, according to this. It's time for peace. Again, it's always, we have our own choice, we have our own free will to choose if we, what we do, the choices we make. So if you say no, I don't wanna release this, then that is your good right. It's your free will. But the fact that this comes up, the fact if you are still here, then you know it's true. It's time to let this go. It's time to release this, and it's time to make the choice to let this go, to take that first step. Okay, I'm gonna see into, with the tarot, into guidance and advice according this. Okay. For some, this is your father. A father who has passed away or has left your life. If he passed away, I'm very sorry for that. Then it might be that there were certain things that you wanted to communicate still with him, which you never managed to do. But it's not because a physical body leaves this earth that we cannot communicate anymore. And if this is your situation, because this is not for all, but if this is your situation, then what I said, this backpack of this over analyzing everything, this also feels like a safe space, because it's your space with your father. It's your imaginary world that you created with your father, and it feels kind of like home. But it's time to release that. It's time to release that, which doesn't mean you have to release the memory of your father, which doesn't mean you have to release him. It's just about releasing this backpack that is there, and maybe introduce or start a new way of communicating with him, which feels light and joyful. Because this is also what came through your rune. Wunyo came through. And Wunyo is the rune of joy, but she came through in reversed. So this whole process, it's taking your joy. It's taking your joy. So again, to this father, if that is your situation, you can also start a new way of communicating with him. and releasing all that releasing all that past that is there. But again, this is not for all. So let's see. The Four of Swords again. Healing and peace. That's what we are reading into. No? How can we find peace? How can you find peace in this situation? So let's see, my beautiful pile 3. The Page of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Moon. The Two of Wands came out also already before. The Six of Swords and the World. Okay. This is just, I'm gonna clarify these, but this is confirming what I just said. What can you do? Guidance and advice to find peace in this situation. It's about saying goodbye. Take your moment, take your time to say goodbye to this situation. I also brought this up in pile 1, but completely different reading, completely different energy, different story. But the ritual, and this I feel with you also here, to maybe do a certain ritual to really say goodbye to this backpack. It's not about saying goodbye to the people. It's about saying goodbye to this backpack, this thing that is weighing on you, that's this thing that is taking your joy. So make a decision or say goodbye to that. Make a decision to say goodbye to that. Say goodbye to the past. Sorry to repeat myself, but it's say goodbye to the past and then make a decision to step into the unknown, to release yourself from these heavy burdens. Allow yourself to move into calmer waters. Allow yourself to feel this joy again. Complete this cycle. I'm going to clarify these, but this is guidance and advice. So it's really about you making a conscious choice. Making a conscious choice to take the first step to drop this backpack. And ritual and ceremony is also in this reading. If you feel you need a certain ritual or a certain ceremony, or if you think that can be helpful, then go into that. Feel what resonates with you. But it's about, in this moment, it's about really making a conscious choice. I'm going to drop that backpack and I'm going to take the first step. And then when you take the first step, the second step will unfold itself. Just one step, making the choice, and then take the first step. And like I say, a certain ritual or a certain ceremony can be very helpful for some. King of Swords, the Sun, the King of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. And that on the bottom of the deck. transformation, inner transformation. Not something that happens from outside, but it's about the choice you make for yourself. And we start with that also, the King of Cups. This is really about making the choice for yourself to to feel that joy again, to release yourself from this backpack. And be very clear in that. So reflect on it and really feel into it, like, do I want to do this? Do I want to commit to this? And if you do so, it's really, this is what is advised also here, to really do that, because it's taking your joy and it should not be like that. So if you feel you want to do that, then make a very conscious, clear choice to say goodbye to the past, to allow yourself to feel your joy again. Allow yourself to be more light. And take that step. We have the Moon and we have the Four of Pentacles here. It's this really, especially this Four of Pentacles, because it's blindfolded. And also the Four of Pentacles is a card of holding on. But here it's because he's blindfolded, because the Moon is there. It's really this sense of, I step into the unknown. And it might feel scary. But like I say, it's just one step to take. One first step to take. With the Page of Cups here, with the world, the completion, it's like this. I'm gonna drop that backpack. I decide to drop that backpack. I'm gonna complete this cycle because it's not bringing me anything anymore. And I'm gonna take the first step from a place of self-love, of self-care. Because I know I deserve joy. I know I should not carry this with me around because it's weighing me down. I want to allow myself to be more light, to release this. And like I say, if you make this conscious choice and you take the first step, you figure something out, the first step, it can be a very simple thing. And you will see that the second step will show itself. It's just about making the choice. Making the choice, and then universe, God, source, spirit, life will bring you, will present to you your next step to take. And just take this step by step. Just one step at a time. So my dear pile 3, this is what I have for you. How to find peace in this situation, this thing you are carrying with you for a very long time. Make a conscious choice to release it, to drop that backpack, and to allow yourself to feel your joy again. So I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.